Let's go to see how to form and how to use the past continuous. The past continuous is a tense that refers to actions that happen in the past. It also describes actions that happen at a certain time in the past and they were in progress. It means that the actions happen around a certain time in the past. For example, you were playing football. For that reason, we will see in the next slide what we need to form the past continuous. To form the past continuous, you need two parts. One part is the gerund. The gerund in English is the ing ending. You need to add ing to the end of the verb to show that the action was in progress. To describe that the actions happened in the past, you need to use the past form of the verb to be, that in English is was or were. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, they were. See, it's easy. What you need to remember is that you need both parts to form the past continuous. So, to form the negative form of the past continuous, we need also to add ing, the gerund, to show that the action was in progress in the past. Remember that to tell that an action was happened in the past, you need to use the past form of the verb to be. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, they were. To show that the action is negative, you need to add not. I was not, you were not, he was not, he was not, she was not, it was not, we were not, you were not, they were not walking. See, you need all the past parts to form the negative form of the past continuous. Remember that we can use the short form of the verb to be in negative, which is wasn't for the singular and weren't for the negative. The same for the question. Remember that we need the gerund, ing, to add ing to the end of the verb and the verb to be. What is important to remember here is that there is an inversion. That means that we need to write was or were at the beginning of the sentences. So we have got here, was I working? Were you working? Was he working? Was she working? Was it working? Were we working? Were you working? Were they working? See, it's easy. It happens the same for the information question. You need to add ing to the end of the verb, include the verb to be, was, were, were, and were. You must pay attention to the singular forms of the verb to be that we use in this case with I, he, she, and it. What is important here to remember is that with the information questions, we need to write the V8 questions before the verb. That means that we need to write why, where, and how, before the verb to be. There is something a bit different when we don't know who the subject is or who the subject was doing a particular actions in the past at a certain time, because we cannot include the subject in the question. See, who was dancing at the party? As we don't know who the subject is, we cannot include this information in the questions because we are requesting for this information. The same happened for what was happening at, I didn't include you this, at 11 a.m., for example. What was happening yesterday morning? As we don't know what was happening and we don't have this information, this subject, we cannot include this. Even it seems a bit repetitive, I want you to remember especially when you are writing, that we use the past continuous to talk about actions that happen in the past at a certain amount of time. For example, my parents were watching TV at dinner time. That means that they were watching TV, for example, from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. while they were having dinner. Remember that when referring to actions that were in progress in the past, sometimes you will need to define the time. We do this normally by using time expressions starting with in, on, last, or at. In 2008, you were going to primary school. I don't know which particular primary school you went, but I know for sure that this whole year in 2008, you were attending to a particular primary school. We weren't working in August because all of us, we were on holiday. You were traveling to Italy on May, and you have to add here the date. And I know that at least some of you were traveling to Italy on May at the day that you were traveling to Italy. You weren't studying English last night. Do not lie to me, because probably you were playing computer games or watching a film or a series. In order to practice this theory, I'm going to propose you an exercise. This is the prompt. The instructions. There was a cream in our school. Yes, in Enrique Borras. What were you doing? What were you doing at? We don't know. What were you doing yesterday? It will be better. What were you doing yesterday when the cream happened? Invent your alibi. You must record yourself. Yes, I said record yourself. You must record yourself and send me the audio. Yes, the audio file to my email account, which is MCRO, as the color, GOARIZA at gmail.com. I'm looking forward to your exercise.